obviously working in a field. You've chosen this field, but tell us, each of you, briefly, one after the other, what you do and how it relates. I'd like everybody at the end of this exchange to have an understanding of how incredibly wide and creative the banking field is.
Hi, my name is Athena, and I work in JP Morgan Investment Banking. As you know, I think if you see in the news, there are quite a lot of news about the investment banking field, so I don't think I need to probably go further about how it relates to finance. So I think it's quite a challenging industry to be in, working very long hours, and there's a lot of ups and downs. But in general, you will, as I think as a young person or whatever, you will get a lot of experience and exposure out of it. And probably we can go into further detail with more questions later.
I actually began my career as a banker, 9 years with Chase Manhattan Bank, and there is life after banking, as some of my colleagues and some in the sector may find. I think that is the question my typical day, or is it what I do?
What do you do?
Okay. I think the background I got in banking was very helpful because today I spend a portion of my time fundraising, corporate finance, which is something I picked up from banking. Risk management, that's part of my job. That's something I picked up from my credit training days at Chase. And I'm also involved on a global basis in our business, and having worked in the banking sector and worked in 3 or 4 countries overseas, that's something that's very big in terms of my day-to-day responsibilities. But I work with bankers, fund managers, investors, analysts to explain how our companies, what our business is and how we do it. So I think the skill set that one gets from a banking career, particularly if the banking career is at the beginning of your working time, where you can get trained, is a critical part of being able to have the right types of skills to be able to move on to other jobs besides just banking. So it's a very valuable place to start a career.
I work in the prime brokerage division at Morgan Stanley Asia, focusing on sales and capital introductions. And for those of you who don't know what prime brokerage is, essentially we focus on hedge fund clients. The core service of that is really clearing, custody, and settlement of the prime brokerage trades, as well as offering stock loan and margin financing so the hedge fund clients can actually focus on investment strategies. And as part of the sales team, essentially wearing 2 hats, on the sales team, really having an initial dialogue with hedge fund clients, seeing whether or not there is a partnership with the investment bank and the client, how much financing they require, how much stock loan they require, as well as assisting them on the cap intro side and helping them raise assets by matching them with investors worldwide.
Okay, actually I started my career with the Chase and Manhattan Bank as well, and I have something in common with Stephen. At the global syndication market. Right now I'm with Aozora, doing all the marketing transactions for all the financing opportunities related to the structured finance, leverage finance, project finance. Mainly I think, all the panels members mentioned before, the banking field is provide you a lot of opportunities in acquire different skill set, credit skill set. And also, you have to deal with different, professionals like accounting, professional, legal professional that will provide you a lot of opportunities, to acquire different knowledge, that will allow you to provide a broadening aspect of your career path.